Hey, welcome to Midday, Kentucky. I was going to say good morning to everyone. Welcome to Midday.
Barely afternoon by 1 day.
It's 12:01 and 30 seconds. Is that okay?
Well, it is afternoon, but I understand the slip.
Thank you for letting me slip
excuse.
up. Hey, welcome. How are we all?
Doing great. How are you?
That's good. Well, I have to start off the show. This is so funny. You've probably seen it on all the news, all over the web and Facebook. Can we just play this video? This is a giant-sized chicken, people. Did you hear me? I said a chicken. People didn't believe that this is actually true. It's a dog-sized bird. Everyone was saying that it was actually fake. But I called Colonel Sanders here from Kentucky Fried Chicken, and he said he's been breeding them like this for God knows how long.
Where is this chicken?
I am joking. No. They grow up to 18 pounds. They're originally imported from China back in the 1840s, but they were developed here in the United States.
For what purpose?
Laying big eggs, I would assume. Feeding a family of 20 with one egg. I don't know.
That is insane.
But all I can say is it just not the funniest thing you've ever seen?
That is really funny. It does look fake.
Huh?
It really
It
does.
look fake.
Well, we had a game in Australia called Pluck a Chook. All right, and it was on this talk show, and this man would come out dressed as a big chicken, okay, and you'd have to pluck the feathers off him and see what prize you won. So the minute this happened, the minute I saw this, I thought to myself, it's Pluck a Chook from the TV show that we used to see. It was
Real life.
It's real life. But I'm just asking you, imagine how tough the meat is on that. It wouldn't be very tender.
Troy.
But
No,
you could feed an
they
army
were
with
bred.
it.
They were bred for feeding. But I don't think they'd be very tender. Do you?
I
Katie,
can't
hello.
even imagine this.
I can't
It looks
either.
so
Are you
cute.
with us today?
It looks cute. I couldn't
Oh,
think
it
of
does.
eating
All
that
feathers.
chicken.
I mean, is there really meat
I'm
underneath
just like
there? I mean, isn't it
mesmerized staring
All
at
I'm
this
saying
massive chicken.
is there any meat to this conversation? And I'm thinking no.
No, we probably need to move on.
It's just so fluffy. I just can't stop staring.
Okay, yeah. All right, that's enough of
Wow.
that one. I had to say it. You two aren't as enthused with it as I am.
I
I've
think it's
watched
very
it probably
cute. I
30
wouldn't want to eat
times.
it though, but I think
No,
you
I
want to
wouldn't
eat
want
it.
to eat it. I wanted to ask you, how old are your kids?
They are 12 and 7.
12 and 7. Now, this is something that's really interesting. You don't have any children yet.
No.
Well, you're not even married yet or engaged.
Rub it in.
She will be. She will
I'm
be soon.
sorry. I'll give you a therapist after
Okay,
this. I'll give you the
thank you.
number. But I thought this was really interesting. You ready for this one?
All right.
They're saying a study from investment firm Vanguard took a look at the rising costs of college, and the results shouldn't shock anyone who's at least remotely plugged into the news. But the numbers are still scary, as the average tuition has been rising 6% a year for the 2014-2015 school year. Okay, public college costing $18,000 a year, and private school costs at $42,000 a year. Okay,
wow.
Listen to this: in 18 years, the dramatic increase for public schools will cost $54,000, and private school will cost you $121,000. Now, this is the thing. You know how I all feel. So what I'm saying to you, Katie, is if you're going to have children in 2 years, they're saying this is a concern for millennials. We have a few of our floor crew that have young kids. They're now looking for a pay rise or another job to try and put the kids through school.
Yeah.
You have a child in 2 years, and they're saying that this is in 18 years,
Wow.
that this will be the costs per year. Okay, they're saying almost $500,000 will be to put your kid through school
For a
at
private
college.
school, correct?
Yes, and
private.
not far off it. It's 121 for private, 54 for a public. So how long do they go to college for? We're
4
going
years.
years.
Yeah.
4
5
years.
years.
There's $250,000. Agree?
Yes, absolutely. The thing that is so concerning, I mean, with all the different majors that are out there, I mean, a teacher's salary, how are they ever going to be able to
it's
pay
interesting
that
you say
back?
that, because they say here that you will never be able to afford a home with your college debt. You will never, just say you married someone that you met at college, you both have student loans.
Right.
How are you ever going to afford to pay off $500,000 of student loans? Let's just say you went to a public school for college,
Yeah.
and you got a master's degree in art, which might make you a PR person or something.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like one of the softer courses.
It's crazy. I do think that
How do you
this
do it?
needs to make us look more at those vocational schools, like we were talking about
Exactly,
in
we
the
were
break,
talking about
Lisa.
earlier.
People that can major in trades, and you were talking about how
Hey,
important that is too.
you
And-
know I feel
but I
that.
think there needs to be, and we were talking about this, I think a couple of weeks ago. I feel strongly that there should be more education for high school kids about the debt they're taking on, because it's very easy to get a large student loan, and we need to be realistic. You know, if you want to be a teacher, that's fabulous, but the kids need to understand how much you'll make and how much you'll owe on your debt when you're deciding which school to go to. So I think that we need to help high school kids better find a route that they can afford, and be realistic about choosing the school once you pick a
But
major.
what's the law here? Once you finish your schooling, do you have to earn a certain amount before you have to pay back the loan?
I think it just
Or is
depends
every-
on your loan.
Right. Okay, so let's just say you have a $400,000 debt, which would be lawyers or doctors or someone like that. Do you have to pay that back the minute you get a job, week by week or month by month? I'm not quite sure. In Australia, you don't have to pay back the debt till you start earning a certain amount of money.
I don't think that that is a national law. I think it depends on what you signed your loan for.
Right.
Like a lot of my friends that are in medical school, they don't have to start paying back their medical school loans till they're done with residency.
Right,
And that's when
okay.
they would take
Well, that, and you know, what are you, 28, 29 when you finish residency?
Yeah, we'll have to ask
That's-
Johnny from Uprising
That's
about these
scary.
loans.
Well, he's going to be talking a little bit later on today about how to live within your means.
Yeah.
I'm a big believer, and you know, you can say what you want about it, but I don't necessarily believe that you need to go to college to be a successful person.
I 100%
absolutely
agree. Yeah.
agree.
and
with
I know
that, yeah.
people jump on me about that, but I've been lucky enough to have a trade and gone on with that trade and done many things. But my grandmother used to say to me, darling, whether you're a garbage collector or a surgeon, try and always be the best at what you choose. And I remember that when I first started to do hairdressing, because it was a threat, let me say,
Yeah.
she said, join the army or get a trade. I was on
But, you
that
know,
train,
that's a
and I was,
wonderful-
I was cutting hair like no tomorrow. I was like Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah, but that's, a wonderful career path. You know, Lisa, Doug is a commander in the
Yeah,
Navy.
exactly.
And there are so many options. You know, military is one of them.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, and it offers so much more than just, helping to pay for college or, having a good, solid job within the military. But it also offers all the benefits that come along with that
Yeah.
for your family. So,
Yeah.
I mean, the military is a good avenue. The trade schools are a great avenue. We need plumbers. We need electricians.
Do you know
we
how
need
much
all
they
that.
earn?
A lot.
Because when you get the bill from them cleaning, doing something,
Yeah,
they earn
it's
serious
a trade
money.
that these
Yeah.
people are experienced, and I love that a lot of high schools are getting those programs
It's important.
going. Where
It's
if
very
you already know
important.
you want to go into electricity or something like that, they
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
study early.
look, I remember, I was lucky enough. I went to an all-boys private school, and my parents were very upset that I chose to leave home at an early age. I still went to the school, okay, but I chose to leave home. They were furious that I decided to become a hairdresser because they also thought it was a woman's job,
Okay.
and they always said to me, if you did that, you would never be financially supported. And they never have since. But I also feel just because you go to those private schools doesn't mean you're going to be successful at college. You just might not be a person who enjoys school.
Right.
Well,
Well, I think it's important before you decide to take that leap and that financial commitment of
Yeah.
going to college, knowing what you're going to get the degree for.
Yeah.
Because I have friends with the same degree, communications degree, a journalism degree, but then they're not pursuing that.
Yeah, you're right.
And they didn't need the degree. So I think it can be worth the money if you know what you're going to use it for.
Right.
I totally agree, my friend. Now, when you do have the degree and you've paid off your student loans and you now have some money, this is where you can also go for some spring and summer holidays.
Oh yeah, so as we're finally in today, our first full day of spring, I was just reading some stuff online about spring and summer vacations, and about 60% of Americans will go on vacation between March and September. But what I found interesting, 1 in 3, 33% will take 3 or more vacations
Oh, really?
before September.
No student debt.
Yeah, apparently no student debt. The average price for a vacation, they say, for a family trip is $1,150.
Okay, I thought that sounded low.
Is that
when
per
I
person?
read that?
And then I read
Well, I
this
don't know. That's a
more,
good
and they were
question.
saying that a lot of people take road trips visiting families, and that will count. So they're talking
Okay.
gas, food, and things like that,
Yeah,
where
I
you're not
gotcha.
paying I think a lot
Okay,
of
so
the
the
cost comes with your
average-
housing.
Okay.
But then there's some interesting stats on what people were doing. So I was kind of wondering, are you guys going on a trip? Lisa, you're heading to.
I'm getting ready to.
It's kind of vacation, kind of not though, right?
Well,
Heading to
well,
Virginia.
we all take it in turns because we host shows.
Right.
So we know you're going away
Yes.
in April and you're going OS. The thing is I think it's interesting that, we normally go out of season. So it does cost us a lot less to go and travel.
I'm going to Croatia and
Yeah.
I'm going in April because in June it's like 3 times the price. But
Exactly.
what was interesting, more than half of people will go to the beach. I don't know, I'm not really like a huge fan of beach vacations.
Oh, yes,
road
I am.
tripping, 43%. I love road tripping. And then, amusement parks, Disney's a lot of that, 33%.
that's
Camping,
interesting.
hiking. So, Lisa, you're a beach goer?
Beach goer, definitely. But you know what? That list that we had on the screen, we cover all of those every year. We do the camping and the hiking thing. We do the road trip. We do a lot of road trips up to see family up in Ohio. And
Well, I just, I know this sounds silly, but I've got some friends arriving here, one from New York and one from Salt Lake City at different times. And I told you about this website, something about Kentucky, I've forgotten. I'll get it tomorrow for you. But it's finding gems within Kentucky, like an hour's drive or that's what I want to do.
I can't wait to go to Red River Gorge. I haven't been there yet.
Oh,
And there's
it's
this
wonderful.
hiking,
It's beautiful.
There's a hiking trail here that someone told me about that is supposed to be amazing. So
Oh yeah, there's
I'm
so
not-
many
I'm actually
staycations.
not
We should
going
do a
anywhere.
segment on
I agree.
Staycations.
staycations.
Yes.
I'm going to write
Write
that
that
down.
down. Staycations.
Okay, now when you're on the
For the family.
staycation, this will be something that you'll want to. How do you spell staycation?
STAY.
See, I didn't go to school very well, let me tell you.
Just sound it out.
I'm
It'll be fine.
joking. I'm talking about fruits and nice things for your skin.
Yes,
What?
yes.
Is this so
Okay.
you can afford to go on the holiday?
Exactly.
Or
I mean,
because
we
you
gotta
can't
cut
afford
corners somewhere, But we talk about all the lotions and I call
Right.
it goopity goop.
Goopity goop.
Goopity goop that you put on your face to
Yep.
make it nice and your skin nice and clear and smooth. But we all know that our diet is really what truly is going to help
It's
our
what
skin.
you put in your body.
So I wanted to bring up 5 items, 5 food items.
We're going to get
that
to
we
all
can eat.
5 today?
So yes, we are going to. So number 1, kiwi fruit. And kiwi fruit
That's from
is
New
high
Zealand.
in vitamin C. It's associated with
Yep,
healthier,
gotcha.
moister skin,
Yeah.
so and fewer wrinkles.
Nice.
Also, cocoa. Now we can all get on board with that.
All
Chocolate,
right.
cocoa. I mean, that is actually high in antioxidants as well. It's just as high as many fruits and vegetables too. So, and I know a study came out that said that hot chocolate, drinking it regularly, will actually reduce your risk of sun damage. So
Really?
Doug drinks a hot chocolate every single morning. So he should
Do we have
be
to lay off
very-
the whipped cream?
Yeah, I was about to say, I
don't
haven't
know.
heard of that one before.
But also almonds. Almonds
Yeah,
are high in
true.
vitamin E.
Yep.
And then, and these are foods that you can find real easily at the store. Watermelon is high in lycopene, and so
What does that do
which is
for you?
it's a compound. It's an antioxidant. So it's going to
I
help
thought
make
it
the
was full of
smooth-
sugar,
It's going to
watermelon.
help make your
Well, it's
skin
natural
smoother.
sugar, though.
It is. But it also helps protect from sun damage. And also the last one, tea,
Yeah.
green tea,
Yeah.
Green tea's
black tea.
better for you than black tea.
And
I drink sleepy time tea.
and again,
What's
that's
that?
all high in
Chamomile?
antioxidants. So again,
Oh, nice.
it's a very inexpensive way to help keep our skin clear. We wear a lot of makeup with the show, and
Yeah.
I know that affects our skin. So
Well, speak
something
for
just
yourselves.
to keep in mind.
I'm not exactly caked up with makeup.
I see a little bit.
Maybe
right
it
there.
should be.
Hey,
there's my
I
food.
like that. I like that one. But tomorrow we're going to be talking about a little bit, an interesting, tell us a little bit about what you were talking yesterday on GDK about the mum in the stands at the basketball. Was it basketball?
Oh, yeah, we're finally getting Troy intrigued by what's going
Yeah.
on with March Madness because we told him the real storyline is kind of what's going on the sidelines. And we know
Exactly.
there was the coach's mom who
It,
kind of
it
made
took a crazy
scene, took
lunatic
turn.
mother to get his attention.
Yeah,
so-
and yeah, he likes crazy.
Yeah,
women.
I want to find out a little bit more because in a meeting this morning they were talking about the brackets and I'm like, I have no concept of what is being said. So
need to get
each
with
week
it.
we're going to educate me on some type of sport.
We'll get him on board.
Okay.
We're dodgeball last week,
Yeah,
basketball
good.
this
Good,
week.
good. What's coming up, my friend?
Well, coming up after the break, we're sitting down with Dr. Damaris B. Hill from the University of Kentucky. We're talking all about Women's History Month. Stay right here.